Recording. All right. Welcome to Peek into Pink on April 28th. Right?
Yep.
Where we're at. Okay. Okay, very good. So welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really sincerely appreciate having you. And for our newbies that don't know, this is my, where is it? See that? Okay, that's my baby kid, my 16-year-old baby, and I learned from my husband that if you put a picture, he just told me this yesterday, you put a picture next to that little camera dot, it'll be so much easier for you to look into people's eyes because you're still looking into someone's eyes and not down in the corner, which is where I think you all are. Okay, so inspire you guys. Okay, bear with me here. Bear with me. We've only done this like 10 times. We're gonna keep figuring it out. So anyway, thank you again for being here. You're gonna get a little bit more information tonight about Mary Kay, what we do, great stories, and we appreciate and value your opinion very much. And so at the end of the call, there will be a survey for you to fill out, and your beauty consultant will text you the link. It only goes to me. It is only for my information and their information. It doesn't go anywhere but to us. Sound good? Okay. Cece, you're up.
Awesome. Well, thank you all, ladies, so much for joining us tonight. We're so happy to have you. It's so fun to see some familiar faces. I don't think Mariah and I have each other in like 10 years, so that's super fun. And we just want to go over some super quick housekeeping. So if we could just ask you guys to please mute yourselves for the time being, that would be great. And then we will come to a time where you're welcome to ask questions. And then at that point, you can unmute, just easier with less background noise. So that is awesome. And then if you do need to tend to any super adorable distractions like kids or pets, we just ask that you please turn your video off so that you can do that and we can keep things a little less distracted and rolling. So that would be awesome. And for our guests, as you're listening tonight, just keep in mind at the very end, we're going to give you 3 letters to think about. So we'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end, but just keep in mind A, B, and C, and we're going to come back to that at the end, okay? Sound good? Okay. I see nods. Great. Thank you.
Okay, I just have to comment on Maggie Sherwin. Can you guys see her? So I thought that was actually her coming on, and I was like, she is really holding that smile for a long time.
Lisa, I took your advice yesterday, and I learned how to set my photo. So there you go. You're welcome.
Yes, I love it. And it looks like you could actually be sitting there. What a great idea for a photo, you guys, is a photo of it actually looking like you could actually be sitting there. I might change my photo now. Okay. All right. Cece shared our ABC. Thank you so much. Okay. So, guests, I know I have asked you guys to come prepared with a couple of questions. So what I would like to do is I would like to share a little bit about my story. Then I'm going to have my mom share. She's our third part of our third gen there. And then Cece's going to share a little bit. Then we're going to go to Maddie Gallagher for a little bit. Okay, Maddie, just like you did, I think, a different time. Okay. And then when us 4 are done, then we're going to ask our guests for a couple of questions, either that you've been thinking of or that you might think of when we're done sharing. And I realize that we are all here on different levels. Some of you know a little about Mary Kay. Some of you know a lot about Mary Kay and everything in between. So please again know how much we value your feedback, and we're so glad that you are here with us, okay? Okay, so I am going to make myself the spotlight video at the moment, okay? And then I will go to my mom, we'll go to Cece, and we'll go to Maddie, okay? And I am keeping track of my time. Ready, I start now. Okay, all right, so guests, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We truly appreciate you. And as I share a little bit about my story, if you have an opportunity or a chance to write anything down, things you want to know, we would love to get your feedback and appreciate all that you're sharing with us tonight. So I'm just going to take you back really quick, and I'll go forward really quick. 23 years ago, I actually began my Mary Kay business, I suddenly found myself the head of a single parent household. Cece was 2. I didn't know what I was going to do when I grew up, but starting a Mary Kay business was not even on the list of things I thought I would ever do. In fact, my mom and I in the 80s or 90s said that we would not only never sell it, we'd also never wear it. So never came a little sooner than I thought it was going to. And my cousin asked me to go to an incredible event, and I did. And I saw a lot of happy, really nice people, like you've just seen a handful of us really nice people there. And I was not confident. I was not like, like I can do my makeup pretty good now and stuff, like I kind of, I'm kind of good for 52. I'm turning 53 on Saturday. Crazy. And I did not have all this confidence. And what I did though have was a desire for a better life and a desire for a better way to work and live for my daughter. So as a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to stay that way. And since I wasn't given that choice, I was kind of subconsciously looking for a way to stay home. I worked part-time retail for my mom, who at that time owned a store, a boutique, and quickly realized that while I liked working for my mom, I could not make a career out of working part-time retail. And I knew there was more for me. And my mom knew that there was more for me out there as well. So when the Mary Kay opportunity presented itself, my first thought was no. So I can't see any of you right now because I have myself on Spotlight. Because I want to let you be able to give your own answer without me seeing you and calling you out. Like how many of you were thinking, no, it's never going to be me. Okay. All right. Well, that was me and here I am. Okay. And what I discovered was just by being open to hearing about it is that I found a culture of women that were positive, wanted my success, wanted me to grow, and embraced me into their culture, told me that they would show me how to do this, and they did. And I found the 3 main things that I was looking for in my life. I was looking for flexibility as a mom. I was looking for money as a single mom. And I was looking for faith first, family second, and career third. That's the priorities that we're allowed to live in Mary Kay. I didn't know that there was a company that offered that, but that's actually how I was living and what I was already looking for. So I was not a poster child for please sign me up for Mary Kay. In fact, I was not that at all. But what sign I was wearing was make me feel important, and Mary Kay did, and flexibility, money, and priorities for my daughter. So I started. I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing. But they said they would teach me, and they did. And here we are, 23 years later. 13 pink Cadillacs, $11,000 in a month, a mother who is one of the top sellers in the entire company, and a daughter who is a sales director, a leader at 25 years old, financially independent. Wow. Could that excite you at all? Maybe? Yeah. Okay. Whew. Good. Okay, I'm glad. All right. I'm just assuming that you guys are nodding and smiling. Okay. Here's what we know now, 23 years later. There is a different time in the world right now, right? Where we have the opportunity to actually work more with technology than we have in the past. So we're not an online business that is selling more online. We are a relationship business. We are about relationships. You all know the person that put you on this call today and have a relationship with that person. We are a relationship building business where we see people face to face. It just so happens right now with technology and what's happening in the world that we are able to do more virtual work as well. Okay? Okay. I'm going back to gallery view so everybody can see everybody. I'm going to take myself off of Spotlight video. And I'm going to ask real quick, does anybody have any questions so far? Or comments, questions or comments so far from our guests? Not yet, okay, because this isn't when I told you you needed to be ready with them. Okay, so I totally get it. Okay, then I would love to introduce you to my mother. Dory Anderson, who was my very first team member 23 years ago. Mama, you kind of signed reluctantly. I think it's been a really good journey so far. Yes? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Take it away, Mom.
Okay. Well, one of the things you asked me to share today was tips for success. And what are we doing in this temporary circumstance that has us all locked down in a little cubbyhole somewhere? So when we start our Mary Kay business, we are asked to make a list of everybody we know who has skin. I'm pretty sure just about everybody you know has skin. Live to have skin. So that is one of the things that we start with, and then we use that as a call list, and we start contacting people to see what's going on and how are they doing, and tell them we just started a new Mary Kay business and we would just love their opinion of some products. Well, I started over. I got my little old call list out and I started calling people and talking to them and asking how their hands were doing, because most of the time their hands are not doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
So their faces probably aren't either, because if they're not washing, or if they're washing their hands all the time, they're probably not washing their face, because their hands are taking the forefront. Somebody asked if they could take showers now, or if they still have to just wash their hands. So it's okay. It's okay. It can be funny. So that's what I did. I got my list. I started calling everybody, and last month I had $1,000 in sales for a period of time when nobody does anything and they can't go anywhere and they can't buy anything except online. But I did it with phone calls and emails and texting, and that's my tip for success. Stay connected, stay strong, stay positive, and enjoy it. Thank you.
So good, Mom. So good. Okay, okay, hang on. Fingers are working. Go back to gallery view. Okay, okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments for my mama? Okay, so what I want you to know about that is, what? Did you say yay?
I said yay.
Yay, sorry. One of the things that I sometimes hear people say is, you know, am I too old? Is this something that I should have started a long time ago? And I'm like, well, my 73-year-old mom started 23 years ago, but that still made her 50 when she started. So do you have to start a long time ago? No, you can start the rest of your life today. So you're not too young. 18 is right. 18 to 88, maybe even older than 88, but so far I've not seen anyone 88, older than 88. Thank you for laughing at me, Lisa. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to turn it over to my daughter and introduce my latest Offspring sales director, who chose to move up in her business and make her Mary Kay business a full-time career. Congratulations, Cece.
Thank you very much.
Take it away,
Thank you very
girl.
much. Awesome. Well, I just get to share a little bit about my quick story with you guys. And I love the fact that we are being able to showcase 3 different lifestyles that are doing this business and doing it well. And I think that's really a unique thing to be able to say, not only did my mom start this business for me when I was a little tot, but then continued with it, trusted it enough to bring her own mother in, and then trusted it enough 15, 16 years later to bring in her 18-year-old daughter, who's since done well with it, and not only done well, but excelled and continued to make it my full-time career. So I think it really speaks really well on our company. So I hope that you see that today, and that that's something that really sticks with you as an example of how it can work for so many different women. So when I started, obviously I had the example of seeing my mom do it for so long, and just continue to be professional and also be there for all those little moments. And that was just something that really stuck out to me. And as I get older too, this is something I continue to share with my clients and my friends, that I realized how important it was for her to be there in those small moments. And being now the age that many of our friends, you know, are having kids and having to either sacrifice a lot of time or, you know, make certain choices to be able to do certain things with daycares and things like that. I'm so grateful looking back on the time that we were able to be together during that time. So when I signed up, I took my business with me to college and kind of sprinkled it in. I studied music. And so I did a couple different things with that post-grad and actually ended up in floral. I did a lot. I've done a lot in my short 5 years post-grad. And I've found joy in many things, but was finding I was lacking flexibility, money, and the opportunity to travel. And since meeting my boyfriend, he's a total traveler at heart and really wanted to be able to have that drop everything and go availability, because he works with his parents and has that flexibility. So to be able to know that I can be in control of my schedule, work with the people that I want to work with, that don't raise the hair on the back of my neck, be a 20-something independent woman, living alone, being financially independent, like my mom said, and being able to take a really low financial situation and turn it around in a matter of weeks, to be able to support myself and continue, you know, on a journey that I was excited about. So it's funny how things that you thought you loved can kind of quickly turn into something that you realize it's not what you want to do for the rest of your life. So it was really, really great for me to be able to see that. And it's only been since November 1st officially that I have been full-time in my business, but it has been an amazing 6 months. And I'm so grateful for what this business has already brought to me. So yeah, love my life. Life is good. That's all I got, I think.
Yes. I'm coming back at you, Cease. Coming back. Okay, here we go. Cancel spotlight. Okay, we're gallery view again for our audience at home that is going to watch this later. Thank you, Cease. So good. So good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, so Cease, would you like to introduce Maddie as one of our newest team members? Yes.
So the fabulous Maddie Gallagher, I'll let you tell your a little bit about your story, Maddie, and like pretty much really simple, like what you do, what excited you, and what have you appreciated, because you've only been in a couple months, what have you appreciated about the quality of support that both our company, Mary Kay the company, but also, you know, whether it's your recruiter, Brittany, or me as your leader, like the kind of backing you up support that you've gotten, like what excites you about that, and what keeps you hopeful for a really bright future with your business?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I started Mary Kay in February, I think it was. I do have another full-time job, but I was just looking for something to kind of fill up my free time, something that I enjoyed doing and something that could bring in a little extra cash. So I actually attended a Mary Kay party, and the format of it was really cool. I got to learn about the history of Mary Kay and kind of all the things that are really important to me personally. So after that, I had messaged Brittany and kind of asked about it, and it just really seemed like something that I would like to do. And like I said, I started in February, so kind of right before these temporary circumstances hit. And yes, at first I was a little panicked, but I've really appreciated how our team has gone about things and kept everyone in the loop. These Zooms, for example, texting is always really great. Our communication, I feel like, is always been great, but since this, it has gotten even better. And I feel like even after all this is done, we will continue to do these kind of things and continue to keep up the great communication. And that's just something I've really appreciated in my short few months working with everyone. So
that was awesome.
Yes. Maddie, that was really good. Maddie, that was really good. Okay. That was really good. Like, I just feel like we're like, okay, that was good. We don't need to say any more after that. That was great.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I think
job.
that's a really fine example of that's you are actually a very fine example of what I wanted to lead into next for our guests, is how Mary Kay is answering the call during our temporary circumstances, because we found a way to work our business online. We found a way to transition into more virtual calls. And yes, what we have garnered in the last 6 weeks is exactly what Maddie said, hoping that we'll be able to do more type of things like this in the future. And we will. We will continue to do online appointments as much or more or less, whatever a person's comfort level of doing them in person or virtually, because you could certainly do a lot more quickly if you did them virtually, right? Because we don't have to spend the time going back and forth. So for our guests, before I go any further, could I have either and or Lisa, Mariah, Ashley, or Christine share any thoughts that you might have so far on what you've heard? That could be one part of the question. Or second, what would be a question that you would have? Now remember, we can't recruit you through the computer or anything, so we're not holding any, we're not holding anything against you here, right? Okay. If this were anything that you would choose to do, what would you need to know? And don't worry, I didn't like lock your back door or anything. Like, just questions. I'm not like, usually when I'm in real life, I'm like, I didn't just lock the door, but you're at your own house, so I didn't lock your door.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. It's Lisa.
Thank
I guess
you, Lisa.
my questions are, what do you kind of want your consultants to have like as a goal for like monthly sales? What are somewhat expectations a little bit?
Great. Expectations. Okay. I'll take that one. And then if we have any other ones, let's see if I can put some in a pretty bow for you. Okay. Mariah or Christine or Ashley?
This is Ashley. So I would say like the time, like how much time do people spend
Okay.
per week, per month on this? If you have, like I have a full-time job, I went to college for that, like I wouldn't want to give that up. So what would the time frame be, or the amount of time that someone would have to spend on this work?
Great. Sales. We have sales goals and timer investment. Christine or Mariah?
Have to say I'm not really big on makeup. I don't really wear a lot of makeup, so how does one that doesn't wear a lot of the product sell?
Great.
Great question.
Great question. Yep. And then Christine, anything that's on your mind?
Well, I guess this kind of goes with like how much time's involved. I was just wondering what your the average day is like working on Mary Kay stuff.
You guys, these are awesome questions. Our consultants are like, oh my gosh, they're so good. Okay. Okay. Anything else, you guys? And I'll make sure that I get to all 4 of those. Okay. I cannot get over Maggie's picture. I swear to you, it looks like she is sitting there smiling at us. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to, for our recorded viewers later, I'm leaving this on gallery view for now, so that I can specifically look at you when you're answering your questions. So we had questions regarding sales goals or quotas. How much is the time investment? And connected with that, what does the average day look like? And then how do you address if you don't wear much makeup? You guys, these are really great questions. I also want you to know that they're normal questions that everybody has. So you're normal, okay? So you know you're normal. Sales goals. So first one, that was what Lisa said about the sales goals. So there's a difference between a goal and a quota, right? So Mary Kay has no sales quotas. Mary Kay said, if you tell a woman what to do, she will do the exact opposite. When guys figure that out, things will get along a lot better. They figure that out. Okay. All right. So we don't have sales quotas in Mary Kay. Mary Kay said, do what you want. Now, you can't make any money not doing anything, right? But we don't have a certain quota that you are required to sell monthly. Okay? We are completely independent contractors. So you run a business however you want to. You want to make a little extra cash during the quarantine? Great. You want to have a side gig with your full-time job, Ashley? Great. You want to have a future, a backup, because you're not sure what's going to happen if anything ever happens again? Great. Okay. Time investment, Ashley, that's a great one. And that's what a lot of people also ask that one. And one of the first things we want you to know is we're not asking anyone to quit their jobs to join Mary Kay. Okay. No one's telling anyone who has a full-time job, please stop doing that and just do this. While I would love that, we're not going to make anybody do that. Okay. So 76 to about 80% of beauty consultants that are in Mary Kay actually work another full-time job. So for most people, this is just a side gig, side hustle, a future thing, a little extra cash. Some people decide that they want more, which is awesome. And if you don't, it's again because we're independent contractors, you choose what or how much you would like to do. So if I can give you just some average statistics, carefully wording myself because I don't want to make false claims. Me personally, I can give you my personal information. My daughter can share hers, my mother can share hers. So my average face-to-face sale is about 100. So when I'm in front of somebody, the average sales is about 100, okay? Now, as crazy as this is, you guys, my sales for this virtually is already even higher. So we had a team-wide party. Actually, Ashley, you were on it, and Lisa, right? Lisa and Ashley were on it. Yeah, okay. So Lisa, Lisa and Ashley, since you're both on that one. I had about 8 guests that were on that evening. I've connected with about 4. I sold $617 to those 4 people. Another one didn't watch it live, rewatched it, and gave me a $280 order. Yeah. You guys were there. You saw how I did it. It's not like, you need all this, Mary Kay, right? No. Here are these simple things. You like it? Great. You guys called Rhonda and Sandy, and you both ordered product. And you're both on this call. So by the way, thanks for that, because you're in that $50 cash drawing. Or I'm sorry, it's not cash, it's dinner. It's even better than cash. It's free food. $50 drawing to a restaurant of your choice. Anywhere you want to eat, anywhere. I will drive anywhere or call anywhere or go anywhere to get you a $50 gift card. If you are the winner, good luck. Okay, so Sandy, because Sandy is, would we describe you like more newer? You've been with us a long time, but the online thing, because of our temporary circumstance, really appealed to you, right?
Right.
So been with us forever, but like this was like, this could be my thing.
Yeah.
But you are a perfect example of working during these temporary circumstances. So since Ashley is yours, can you tell Ashley how many people you had on that virtual party and what your sales were? Tell everybody actually, but Ashley will particularly.
Altogether, I had seven people, I think, on it. Seven, I think. And out of the 7 people, I sold $748 on just that party.
So great. So great.
Yeah.
We forgot to tell you.
People don't mind. People don't mind if you, like, right now they can't go to stores to get good stuff, so they don't mind buying a moisturizer that they're going to use or anything like that. So they're all for it. They're like, yes, I need this, and I need this. So
awesome. Thank you. So what we can tell you is our own experience. That's the information that we are officially legally allowed to tell you is our own experience. So Mom, you had people on that night too, yes? Not that night. Okay, but I know Katie did and some other people did. So I added up so far of all the people that were on, you guys, there was about 25 to 30% were beauty consultants and the rest were guests that we already communitively, whatever, have over $1,500 in sales already just from that night and just from that event alone. In fact, I know it's more than that because I know Rhonda's was more than that. And that's just what happened so far. This is not even the people that we're still connecting with, still talking to. And the overwhelming response was, in fact, there was not one negative response. In fact, Ashley and Lisa, you guys both filled out the survey. Everybody was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for doing this. I didn't know Mary Kay did this. Loved this, loved that, loved the fake hand that Lisa had, which I borrowed from my daughter. All these different things that went into it. That was the first one I had ever done live with so many people. And it was a huge hit. And it's really opening our eyes to the fact that there are things we can do here to still make a difference. And that's what we are about ultimately, is making a difference. The products are amazing. It's the #1 direct selling facial skincare and color, top 5 global beauty brand. You guys have the products, you know how well they work. But how can a company answer the call under circumstances like this? You know, all the retail stores had to close, and a lot of online businesses can't keep up because they make their products overseas. Our products are made here in the good old US of A, and because we sell cleansers, body care, and cleaning systems, we were not only considered essential, we went above and beyond and started creating and donating hand sanitizers to the largest hospital system in the state of Dallas, state of Texas. And they have now actually started to spread, and the hand sanitizers are going a lot of different places. So the government called Mary Kay. The government called Mary Kay and said, can you do this? And Mary Kay said, absolutely we can, because of our brand new $800 million facility in the Dallas area. So while other companies are making stuff overseas and wondering what they're gonna do next, Mary Kay is like, nope, we're keeping it here, we're making products, and we're doing what we can for our people and for our frontline workers right now. Okay? Okay, and then I wanna address not necessarily a makeup wearer, Mariah, great. Because first of all, our main focus is skincare. Hello, that's what we just talked about. That's what we talked about the other night. And if you don't wear a lot of makeup, that's not a big deal. You don't even have to. And we focus on skincare initially anyway, ideally. I mean, you can focus on color if you want, but our bread and butter always has been skincare, and even more and even better. I mean, the Revealing Radiance facial peel, and the Skinvigorate brush. I mean, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna do microderm tonight, like make my skin feel amazing. So having good skin is what it's all about in the first place. And if you don't wear a lot because you don't know how, still fine. You'll get comfortable along the way and wear as much or as little as you choose to. Does that help answer that one, Mariah?
You guys also sell the acne
Acne
products?
Yep.
Okay.
Really good acne line, in fact. I mean, it's all really good, but skincare for everybody. Teens, kids, adults, acne prone, mature, fabulously 50 and beyond. Yes, we have skincare for everybody. And then Christine asked, what does an average day look like? And I think that might have been, Christine, was that kind of connected to time as well? We kind of talked with Ashley about. I'm gonna let her unmute if she wants. Oh, there she goes.
Yeah, it was kind of related, but because I guess you were saying that since it's your full-time job, I guess I was kind of curious if it's your full-time job, what an average day is like.
Yes, so depends on the day, but you know, when most people have a full-time job, they work 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week and don't necessarily get paid any differently. for that, and I choose the hours I want to work. So today my average day was I took a walk with my 16-year-old son this morning. I watched TV. I put some invites out for tonight. I filled some orders. I did a FaceTime with a guest from the other night for a $190 sale, put her order together, sent out some more invites for an event we're having Thursday night that you are all welcome to, and then got ready for this call. I'm working right now. This is work. Woohoo. Yeah. Getting paid to look at nice people on the computer. Amanda's like, yes. Yes. So that was my day today. Quarantine has been a lot of time at home and more online. But again, this is my full-time career. So that's what I can do. It's also what I get to choose to do. And I work from home anyway. So that part didn't change. All that changed was how many people I got to see and how many people I got to hug. Those are the two biggest things that changed. The people in my house, my husband and my two boys, 19 and 16, have had enough hugs. They're done. I mean, they'll give them to me, but they've had plenty. I don't know, did I just roundabout answer your question, Christine? I hope I did. My day isn't, I don't know, I don't have an average day. I don't have an average day. I don't even know, I just don't.
I think,
can you help me there, Cece? Thank you.
I think what you're trying to say, and what I can attest to, because someone asked me this recently as well, as our full-time career, a person like us in this leadership sales director position may very well work in a non-temporary circumstance as we're having right now, perhaps 40 hours, but we choose where those 8 hours a day go. When they come, maybe it's, from 7 to 9, you're doing this and you take 3 hours for lunch. And then from, you have a couple of 4 focused hours in the afternoon, the kids go to bed and you have 2 more hours at night on social media. So those 8 hours may look really different. But then, maybe it's Tuesday and you don't feel like working on Tuesday, so you don't. So it's very versatile, and we help you, kind of determine what's going to be best for you, because sprinkling it in, as we say, is truly, I think, the most accurate way to describe Mary Kay, and what's so beautiful about it in the fact that you can set it down and pick it up at any time. So talking about the flexibility of working on your family or your boyfriend, husband, kids, cats, dogs, whatever you have going on, you can still do that. And, with, like I said, with our guidance, with your recruiter's guidance, right, Maddie? Like, I'm sure you can agree. Like, we kind of help you find those pockets of time that are going to work best for you. And we continue to do so even in this more digital age.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Cece, for adding that. And then also, this is our full-time job, so it's going to look differently for part-timers, spare timers. You got an hour or 2 a week? Great. What's cool about that right now? We're the ones doing it for you. I got another party on Thursday night that everyone is invited to, a Zoom party where you can bring your guests, and I'm going to answer bags questions and revealing radiance facial peel questions and skin spots and all these like different concerns that people have. You bring the people. I'm the one that's going to sit in there and talk. Cece's going to talk. We're going to talk about the products. You have the friends, just like the other night, Ashley and Lisa. Rhonda and Sandy made the money. We did the work. We helped them, because that's what we do. That's what leaders do in Mary Kay, is help you succeed, help you with the tools, help you find the tools, give you the answers, show you where to find the answers, and do it all together. You're not going to be on your own. You can be on your own. You won't be left alone. So we're all in this together. And the cool thing about people signing up right now, like Maddie, is Maddie kind of came into this like this. So, right, so Maddie, now you're really good at doing it digitally because you now know how to do it digitally. I don't know if we could have taught it to you any better. We could have had simulated things, but it surely would not have been as good as the real thing, right? Yeah. Okay, so our goal is always 45 minutes, and it is 7:43. Any last minute questions or thoughts from our guests?
I have a question, Lisa.
Yeah.
So I know you guys build relationships, you were saying, but do you guys do a lot of in-home parties anymore, or is it just more social media? I see other types of products always being sold online. Obviously, once you meet the person, you continue the relationship that way, but are you doing it more so in a bigger party at a home these days?
Yes, thank you for asking that. We love going to people's homes. We love having them to our homes because this business was built on the face-to-face. It was built on the relationships. You know, we're not going to slam everybody into these groups. How many, no offense against my nail friends, but how many more nail parties can you be invited to this week? Okay? How many more things can you be invited to? And you're like, no, stop it. My nails are still acrylic, nail lady. I'm still hanging out for my girl. Like, I know how to file them and I'm keeping them safe, right? Like, ugh, like, stop throwing more online stuff at me. And what we discovered about this is that everybody's like, Mary Kay's online too? Okay, I'll go. Yeah, I'll come. I want to go. And I don't think it's just because people are necessarily bored, you guys. I think it's because it's Mary Kay. That's what Sandy said. She's like, no, there's other stuff you can go to. It's because it's Mary Kay why people want to go. So yes, in home, love it. I love it when people come over, and I love seeing them in real life because this is intimate. This isn't stickers. This isn't bags. This isn't jewelry. This isn't any other thing that's out there. Your face is intimate, and people will tell you personal things and they'll tell you private things, and they'll not want to take their makeup off, or they will want to take their makeup off, and they're trusting you with their face. We tell people, your face is now my problem. So Lisa and Ashley and Christine and Mariah, your face is now Sandy and Rhonda's problem. Right? Yeah. It's now their problem, not yours anymore. Isn't that a great thing to, you don't have to worry about that anymore, okay? So the people trust us with this, you know, like this is their most precious thing and they trust us with it. So seeing people in real life is still our favorite way to go. But we will take a person where they're at. So right now, if this is more comfortable and continues to remain more comfortable for people, then that's how we'll do it. But this is still a relationship, right? Because we're not just slamming posts out there. Go here, buy this, check out my link. Blah, 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 blah. Like, that's not even how we're trained. It's not even how we're trained. Plus, we have real faces, right? Like, look at our real faces. This is like real life makeup, not Instagram. Look at Mom. Exhibit A right there for our recording. She's going to be down there. Or maybe she'll be down there. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. Does that answer that question for you, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'd like to do just real quick for you guys right now is let you know that Mary Kay has 3 options. And by the way, guests, thank you for all of this because we've been so fluid. Mary Kay keeps giving us great ways to continue to work with people. So just only a week ago, the company was like, hey, how about if we offer people an e-start? What if we give them a way that they can sign up, join online, and can start selling right away? So the company gave us 3 ways to start. And I just realized I only have one picture, but it's okay. What I first want to show you is a picture of the actual starter kit. Okay, so this starter kit, you can see this awesome bag. Okay, woohoo, it's very fancy. All right, so for $100, Mary Kay gives you the opportunity to start your business with it's a $476 value. It's about $400 worth of retail products in it, okay? Now, you guys, remember the other night when we did the miracle set on my hand? Remember the eye makeup remover? Remember we had the mascara? Remember we did CC cream? I mentioned powder, okay? That's all actually in your starter kit. All 5 colors of the CC cream, 2 formulas of the miracle set, eye makeup remover, mascara, translucent powder, and look right here. The satin hands, the $36 collection of satin hands that is saving the United States people's hands right now. Actually, saving them in other countries too, because we're in 36 countries. But this is an option for you to start with a $100 starter kit bag, okay? You can see all the supplies, materials, date book, Mary Kay's book, samples, all the things you need to help you get started and start wearing the products, okay? That's one option. Then Mary Kay just came out with, yeah?
I can pull it up.
Oh, great. Are you a co-host? Oh, yay. All right. Oh, thank you, Cindy. Okay. So if you look in the middle, so on the left, it says full starter kit, $100. So that's what I just showed you. If you look in the middle, it says e-start for $30. So Mary Kay said, hey, what if you know some people that want to get their website and they want to start a business, simply an e-business, because they don't have, they're not going to see anyone see their faces right now, like you were asking about, Lisa. So for $30, Mary Kay is giving you an option that for a $30 startup fee, what you will receive is our 1-year subscription to a personal website, which is normally $30. And you'll have a year of credit card processing through ProPay, which is the credit card processor that we use through Mary Kay, plus all the virtual training and education and all of that, all the stuff that everybody else gets anyway, okay? What you get with that $30 though is those exact two things. You get our access, you get us, you get a website, and you get the credit card processing. But you do not get anything on the left, the full starter kit. Now, if you look on the right, here's the third option, the starter kit plus the e-start. You guys, to me, this is your best value. $400 worth of retail products, the bag, the supplies, everything you're gonna need, plus the website, plus the credit card processing. So for $130, it's actually about a $575 value I have added up, okay? So 30 bucks because it sounds cool, 100 because you want all the stuff, 130 because it's kind of like the full meal deal. It's kind of like the best, you know, it's not supersizing, because supersizing just makes everything bigger and it just makes you like get more full. Okay. The starter kit and the e-start together, I think, is truly like the best value. And the reason I say that also is if you choose the e-start, you can't just come back in a couple weeks and be like, hey, can I get that $100 starter kit now too? Whatever the decision is that you make first is the decision that the company is going to stick with, okay? Doesn't mean you still can't get those items at some point, but it would cost you that actual amount. It wouldn't be $100, okay? So 3 ways to start, 100 or 30 or 130. It is completely up to you. The company just offered that as of April like 23rd till May 31st. So something brand new to answer the call of how people are working right now that we are proving this. Any last minute questions or comments? Okay, Cece, then could you take it away and tell us what our letters mean, please?
Yes. Okay. So we so appreciate you guys' feedback. Wow. Like my mom said, those questions were fabulous. Thank you so much for taking the time to think through that and allow us to be able to answer those thoughts for you. So at this point, once we're done with this Zoom here, your consultant or friend is going to quick hop on the phone with you when we hang up here, and she would love to get your feedback of what you guys heard tonight. So along with sending you that Google Doc, which will be so helpful for us to be able to receive from you, she's just going to have a quick phone call with you to see kind of what your thoughts are and to get your feedback in terms of the letter that we talked about at the beginning. So you're going to give her either A, B, or C. If you're giving her the letter A, that means absolutely. That means I have been thinking about this. I like this idea. I think this will be good for me and my family, and I would love to join your pink bubble. That would be A for absolutely. B would be buy me a virtual cup of coffee. You drink coffee in your kitchen. We'll drink coffee in our kitchen. I have a couple more questions. I love this idea, but I have a couple more questions I'd like to follow up with you in the next day to get those answered. C is, I love being a customer. Thank you so much for having me on. I will pay full retail and support you as a customer. So A, absolutely, I'd love to join the Pink Bubble and give Mary Kay a try. B, buy me a virtual cup of coffee. I have some more questions. Or C, I'd like to remain a customer. So when you hang up the Zoom call, like I said, your consultant rather, will give you a quick call and just hear your valued feedback. We really appreciate it, you guys, as we continue to perfect these awesome calls. We're so grateful that you guys help us make them awesome. So thank you so very much.
Great. I think that's it. Thank you, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to let all of your beauty consultants take it away now. Thank you for your time. And you are welcome to join us again on Thursday night. It's going to be Zoom. It's going to be good. We're going to see your cute faces. We're going to see your cute faces. Thanks, girls.